Hey everyone, GXVL is back in action, and I want to continue talking about this whole Switch 2, but it's actually now just the video game industry, and generally speaking, because of Xbox deciding to amp up their prices. But I'll be for real with you guys, I mostly have a PlayStation and Nintendo products, and I do mean going from the PS2 up to the PS5, and only owning a 3DS and Switch. I no longer have a PlayStation Classic nor a PSP, PS Vita. I did used to play on such other Nintendo systems such as the Nintendo 64, the Wii, and even the GameCube. I skipped out on the whole Wii U stuff. I didn't know it existed whatsoever. I didn't know there was even a DS at all. But hey, I got the 3DS as a gift though. But yes, I do want to say this though. Some of these, some or most of these systems I got as a gift. The first ever I bought with my own money that I actually feel proud to reach a milestone because I've now grown a lot, especially graduating from high school and now working at a grocery store. The PS5 is the very first system that I bought with my own money, while everything else were gifts. And now I'm saying that, and I actually really told my family, do not buy me a Switch 2 at all because it's a scam. And I'd rather for us to save that money for my baby niece. I am not kidding when I say that, all right? Because, look, as much as I love me some video games, and I actually glad to manage to finish some of them that are new when it comes to the story. Link's Awakening, and I didn't know it was a remake, so this was my first introduction to The Legend of Zelda. All right, and when it comes to like buying games, for a long time, I know people would like use like some counter arguments or bring in something that I feel like is completely irrelevant, like politics, Trump, or especially like, oh yeah, back then, games they were being sold at a higher price though, and I'm like, you do know it was a different time back then, and that it, at least we're getting like a complete package and at least a full game. All right, so nowadays they don't get that excuse at all anymore. You know why? You want to know why? Okay, let me say this. So I actually did bought this with my own money, with my with like hard-earned cash, like a while back. Is that like, hey, um, since I love Dragon Ball so much in video games, I'll buy the collection set. So not only it had a steel bookcase, but of course I had like other goodies in mind. So I'm not just buying one game for $100. So no, if you mean to tell me if you're gonna be buying one game for $80 or more, I think that is very stupid. All right, very very stupid, and I think that is going to allow other companies to get away with it, and especially to put like still like DLC for that matter. This didn't have the DLC from right from the get-go, unless you want to unlock these characters. Well, actually, the transformations early. Uh, those day one editions, whatever you want to call them. But you get the gist, right? And I do want to say this though, with my PS4, uh, as, since I got that one as a gift, I got it as a bundle, and I didn't know it came with the Grand Theft Auto 5 at all. But that was a physical though, and but what also came was a passcode that was for free, and it's The Last of Us remastered. But I did not go on my way to go buy myself The Last of Us remastered as a physical at all, since despite me playing free, I thought the game was boring to me. That simple as that. I just couldn't get into it. It's not my cup of tea. Simple as that. But uh, with the Switch 2 though, if you're gonna be buying like $500 for both the system and the game, that's what the actual price is, $50. While they're trying to sell you separately the 450 Switch 2 on its own, and if you want to buy the game for that new Mario Kart world, that's gonna be like 80 or 90, whatever it may be, then I guess you might have better luck getting the bundle, right? Well, here's another catch. Here's another catch. You're not going to be getting that game as a physical at all. You're going to get that as a passcode, right? But if you are thinking in mind, like, maybe I should get the game physical then, but then you're just going to be buying $80 or $90 more. So, which means you'll be paying not just 500, but if you got that passcode for the Switch too, ignore the phone ringing in the back. I'm not gonna bother answering it. So you mean to tell me like, hey, I got this game for free, in a certain extent, or maybe like it's a $50 game I'm buying, from the Switch 2 bundle. Maybe I do want to own this game after all. Actually, go get it for 80 or 90 bucks. And to be honest, just that you know, I have this kind of mindset where I'm like, you know what? Let me buy a game or play a game that is as a demo or at a very cheap price, and then I can go get the game itself. That's my mentality, all right? Heck, when it comes to Gotham Knights, I know it's not a beloved game or whatever, but I wanted to try it myself for my own opinion. It was at a cheap price for a digital price. I am not kidding when I say this, for like at least like 10 bucks. And hey, I got the game as a physical, but also at a cheap price for at least like $15 or $20, which means in total for the game, I bought it for at least 30 bucks. I saved money. I didn't buy $50 for the game. I bought it at a cheaper price. You mean to tell me you want to buy a lot more for a game than like 20 or 30 bucks? 20 to 50 bucks should be the minimum for us gamers to buy these games. That's what I am trying to tell you guys. So you really need to use your noodle and tell yourself, like, what do we want to own? What do we want to own physical? And again, that Mario Kart World game, it's not going to be a physical if you get the bundle. But regardless of that, what I've been also hearing, and I've been watching a couple of videos from Fatanga Plays and even real life fake wizard and Moist Critical, aka Charlie, the man that goes by many names, right? You know that guy, right? From what I've learned and understand is that, so let's say there was like a Switch 2 edition of this game that I have right here, the Zelda Link's Awakening. Oh, it's not really going to be a physical, like, oh yeah, there's the cartridge of it, but it's a key card. And this key card is mostly just a passcode, which means you got to download still via internet, but to still download that game. And even if you have this physical, let's say you no longer have the internet and that game is now locked. And that's what happens when you own digital games, purely digital games, or unless some of them, by a rare chance that they don't get locked. That's a rare chance, all right? A rare chance, because me playing digital games, especially if you have like whatever service you have, you know, like PlayStation Plus, your Nintendo subscription, the Game Pass on your Xbox, whatever. Even if you get those games mostly digital, if your internet is not working, and especially if you forgot to like enable your subscription, those digital games will get locked. So yes, that's gonna be a problem. And especially that's what I'm predicting, what the Switch 2 will happen the moment you buy that game. Isn't that right, Leo? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen, so... Right? So yeah, I hope you guys completely understand what is happening here. And for families out there that are planning to like, at least like get their kids games, Switch 2, I'm not going to be harsh on them whatsoever. I will be harsh on you motherfuckers, the shills, and the fanboys alike. Let it be from Nintendo, PlayStation, and or Xbox by pre-ordering a system at a very high price. And let me also make this abundantly clear. Now, the newest Xbox system has now increased its price. Microsoft did this, from what I've been hearing, all right? And... how would I put it like this? Let's say that Xbox Series X, whatever the fuck you want to call that system. I'm just gonna call it the black Xbox, all right? Simplicity's sake, or the white Xbox, whatever. So, oh, how about this? Square Xbox. I'm just gonna call it that, all right? Just for simplicity's sake. So, that Square Xbox that you got a while back, like the moment it was launched, let's say it's now broken, yet you keep on fixing it and fixing it, right? And now you want a brand new one. But now, since Microsoft has decided to increase that price, tell yourself this: whatever that original price was for that Square Xbox you got, will it be worth it to buy way more than what you paid for previously? Again, they just want to take advantage of you. And if once Sony sees through all of this, part of me, I'm like, Sony, you better not, but if you are, fuck you. So I'm just now gonna sit here and wait, and I'm like, oh wow, Sony, you give us the bird. This will be Sony themselves like, oh, screw you guys, we definitely want more money. I'm like, okay then. Well, that's to be expected, because we just remember, guys, remember this. When it comes to shills and mainstream companies, they are not our friends at all. They have they have one thing in common, and what they want is that they want that very big dough to make up for their fuck ups, especially from Microsoft of all things. They want to make up for their fuck ups. Last I checked. Okay, so right now it is us gamers to decide what is best for us. And again, for families out there, look, if you are a parent seeing this around my channel somehow by a rare chance, and you're like, oh wow, yeah, maybe I should save my money and get my kids something else, like forget this, I'm like, then hey, at least you have a brain. Others, heck, I call myself stupid. I could be dense at times. I could be one big of a dumbass at times. But if I smell bullshit and it looks like bullshit to me, I think it's shit. And if you've been like consuming these products like myself, but into the highest degree that you turn that type of bullshit to smoke it. Hey Leo, smoke this. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Hey, you want to buy $80 a game and $500 for a Switch to get that? Yeah, sure, man. Like, hey, when did you talk? I don't know. I think you're full of shit. if you're like that, if you're that kind of person, or if you're the very worst kind, that you really do not give a damn. That's the worst kind, that you really do not give a damn whatsoever. But hey, if you are, then be as it may then. Be as it may. Because for me, I'm putting my foot down, and I had it, and I hope these mainstream companies can get their heads out of their asses. Alright? Leo, do you want their heads out of their asses? Well, will they be covered in shit? Maybe. I think it'll be funny though. Yeah, it would be funny. So yeah, this has been GXVL saying off right now. Later.